They just added another one-on-one on the back side of this one, so it might be.
Okay, how are you?
I'm cold today.
Hey, nice to see you too.
Are we spraying at the task shop?
The bottom, so he's in his one-on-one with Carney. We just added a one-on-one with Germany as well.
So we're having a meeting
Yeah.
Are we doing Germany? Are we going to do a spray with Germany also?
Not tracking that, no.
Okay, roger that. Thank you.
Unless he decides at the last minute, which you guys know well.
We are prepared.
Always ready to
We are prepared.
We can do a one-on-one with Germany after. Okay. We'll spray.
No.
These guys are all going.
Hi, Olivia.
And then they're out. Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's all we need. Well, no, that's perfect. Oh, okay. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you very much. You got what?
Oh, you put your cameras down.
There you go.
And go.
Is there press right this way? Yeah, exactly.
No.
Sorry? We're hanging.
2 minutes.
Things are running along.
Did he say 2 or 10?
Trying to do a little bit better today than we did yesterday. That damn arrival. Dear Lord.
Were you guys at the airport yesterday?
Yeah, I was just
flew in with,
struggling to
yeah.
put together good pictures. You know? Yeah.
Doing helicopter arrivals.
Okay, we got an update from Caroline Levitt. We're going to be doing this at the bottom. Trump is now meeting with Carney right now, as of about 5 minutes ago. He's doing a one-on-one with Mertz as well, and then we'll go in for a spray with just Carney.
You guys mind?
Hey guys, we gotta move so both of this, so this door is clear. Can we just, Peter, you, yep. There we go. Why don't you, what, sorry. You guys go.
Are you good with that?
We kind of want full doors. This is sort of 1.5.
The more in
You guys
Todd,
don't mind?
please.
I'm not trying to be a I'm not trying to be a If we can have both these doors, please. More delegations.
Hey guys, can we scoot this way a little bit more?
Yeah.
All the way to the wall. Thank you. Peter, you can scoot to the wall.
Thanks, you guys.
Okay, you got it. You got it. We're just clearing a door. Yeah, no, it's back. What you need. So it's hard to keep track of who's in the stuff.
Thanks very much. I'm not trying to be a appreciate it. Yeah, no. Thank you. I can talk over here.
Better when you're too loud.
We are. I don't know. Does GAC have someone here from their media team? I am.
Yeah. I've got two. I've got
She's
Terry
here.
and,
I'm here.
Terry
Hi.
and Mark are here.
I'm here for Gary.
One more game.
Another adjustment. Okay, so where's Kit? Hey, okay. Just so you can get it to the rest of the pool, so I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, this is what you got.
The one-on-one with Carney is taking place now. You guys are going to come in at the back end for your spray. You're going to clear the room and leave, then we will do just a quick close out during the class.
Okay.
Okay?
Excellent.
Did I miss? Is there someone being held behind afterwards? Or no? Okay. Yeah. Ours good. Okay. Expanded by okay, got it.
Now we're definitely going to go.
You don't have them on today?
I didn't bring my anticipated carpet. But that oval, we did an oval. We're in there for I got up. My legs were fucking. Because you couldn't move.
No,
It's
I
like
know.
You couldn't even change your leg position. That picture, you're not 25 yet.
I have bad knees. I'm 28. Thank you. I'll take it.
I wore knee pads the one after that, and I ended up staying. Just the position I got.
That's how it goes.
So as soon as the bill starts working in, I care for. I've already told you, but by the way, this is on this.
Hi. I'm Hannah. Nice to meet you. Are you ready?
I just want to be down there. She's one of the RCPM. She's with you. Well, actually, are you going back? Oh, yeah, you're going back to this. Yeah. Okay, I thought you were doing the second meeting.
I am going to fly in Jim for my team.
Got it. Okay, so we're all.
We're all leaving.
We're just like, they're adding room into like this.
The guy beside you to your left, can you move him in tighter, please? Thank you. No, you just do that.
Thanks.
Go to the right, folks. A little bit more.
Did you tell them that they're all to walk in through those two doors?
Didn't tell them that. I think that's self-explanatory. Okay.
Do you want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
No, of course.
Thanks very much.
Oh, no. So we have some holding spots for us right now.
It's not my, sorry, it's not my program.
Just slowly go down.
Peter, stay close. Hang on, guys. Sorry. You guys can move.
Let's go. Mark, get up.
Peter.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, we're good. We're here. We're cool.
All right, just relax. You'll all get in. Just relax.
Peter.
Okay, one more. One more. Just move.
Kit, yes, Ethernet.
1 second, sir. All right.
Is everybody in?
We good to go? All right, thank you. Mr. President, welcome to Canada.
Thank you very much.
It's a great honor. Happy birthday. A few days short.
A little bit.
A few days short, but didn't have a chance to see you on the day. Happy birthday to the U.S. military as well, 250th, and this is the 50th birthday, if you will, of the G7. This marks the 50th birthday of the G7, and the G7 is nothing without U.S. leadership, and your personal leadership of the United States, many issues. Geopolitics, economic, technology, and working hand in hand with the United States, Canada and the United States, and the other G7 partners with your leadership. Very much looking forward to the meeting and grateful to have you.
Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate it, and we've developed a very good relationship, and we're going to be talking about trade and many other things. And we have a whole group of people, some traders and some other people. I see my top economy people. But we have a very talented group of people, and you do too, and I know they work together very well. I look forward to that. The G7 used to be the G8. Barack Obama and a person named Trudeau didn't want to have Russia in, and I would say that was a mistake, because I think you wouldn't have a war right now if you had Russia in, and you wouldn't have a war right now if Trump were president 4 years ago, but it didn't work out that way. But it used to be the G8. And now it's, I guess, what's that, 8 years ago, it switched over. They threw Russia out, which I claimed was a very big mistake, even though I wasn't in politics then. I was very loud about it. It was a mistake in that you spend so much time talking about Russia, and he's no longer at the table, so it makes life more complicated. But you wouldn't have had the war. Other than that, I think we're going to accomplish a lot, and I expect to. And I think our primary focus will be trade and trade with Canada, and I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah, very good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so much. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, holding up a deal with Canada?
How close are you
Say
to a
it.
deal?
What is holding up a deal with Canada from your perspective?
It's not so much holding up. I think we have different concepts. I have a tariff concept, and Mark has a different concept, which is something that some people like. But we're going to see if we can get to the bottom of it today. I'm a tariff person. I've always been a tariff. It's simple, it's easy, it's precise, and it just goes very quickly. And I think Mark has a more complex idea, but also very good. So we're going to look at both, and we're going to see what we're going to come out with something, hopefully.
Do you think a deal is achievable within days, within weeks? Is there that kind of runway?
Yeah, it's achievable. Both parties have to agree. Yeah, sure.
Mr. President, have you heard any signals or seen any messages from intermediaries that Iran wishes to de-escalate the conflict?
Yeah.
What have you heard? What have you heard from the Iranians?
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
And what would you say, in your opinion, what would it take for the U.S. to get involved in this conflict militarily?
I don't want to talk about that.
And you mentioned Putin. Do you think that he should have a seat at the G7 today, that it should be the G8?
I'm not saying he should at this point, because too much water's gone over the dam, maybe. But it was a big mistake. Obama didn't want him, and the head of your country, the proud head of your country, didn't want him. This was a big mistake. You wouldn't have that war. You know, you have your enemy at the table. Even I don't even consider him. He wasn't really an enemy at that time. There was no concept. If I were president, this war would have never happened. But likewise, if he were a member of what was called the G8 at that time, it was always the G8, you wouldn't have a war right now.
Why not? What intelligence support are you providing Israel?
We've always supported Israel. We have for a long period of time, strongly. And Israel's doing very well right now.
Why not have China at the G8? Why not have China here, the biggest economy in the world after the United States?
Well, it's not a bad idea. I don't mind that. If somebody wants to suggest China coming in, I think we suggest. But you want to have people that you can talk to. You know, they don't talk to. Putin speaks to me. He doesn't speak to anybody else. He doesn't want to talk because he was very insulted when he got thrown out of the G8, as I would be, as you would be, as anybody would be. He was very insulted, and I mean, he was thrown out by Trudeau, who convinced one or two people, along with Obama. He was thrown out, and he's not a happy person about it. I can tell you that. He basically doesn't even speak to the people that throw him out, and I agree with him. Go ahead.
On immigration, why are you ordering ICE to target Democratic inner cities? What's behind that?
I don't know what you're saying.
You did a post last night where you said you want ICE to really target Democrats.
Yeah, I want them to focus on the cities because the cities are where you really have what's called sanctuary cities, and that's where the people are. I look at New York. I look at Chicago. I mean, you got a really bad governor in Chicago and a bad mayor, but the governor's probably the worst in the country, Pritzker. But I look at how that city has been overrun by criminals, and you know, New York and L.A. Look at L.A. L.A. Those people weren't from L.A. They weren't from California. Most of those people, many of those people, and yeah, that's a focus. Biden allowed 21 million people to come into our country. Of that, vast numbers of those people were murderers, killers, people from gangs, people from jails. They emptied their jails out into the U.S. Most of those people are in the cities, all blue cities, all Democrat-run cities, and they think they're going to use them to vote. It's not going to happen.
If you don't mind, just I'm going to exercise my role, if you will, as G7 chair, since we have a few more minutes with the president and his team, and then we actually have to start the meeting to address some of these big issues. So, alors merci beaucoup pour vos questions et puis
That's it. That's it. Thank you very much. Out. So guys, out.